Welcome back. This is just a quick one today because I started printing something earlier and it reminded me that I've never actually talked about these tanks by Golden Dragon Games. Now, I've had a few of these for quite a while, but I've always been in the position of there's like a queue for things to print, right? There's only a certain amount of time that you have to print, there's only a certain amount of projects you can have at one time, and I've just never got round to printing any of these. But that time has changed. That time is now. We are actually getting these done, and I've been meaning to talk about these tanks for ages, since one of the fun things about the Imperial Guard is the fact that you can have these different interpretations, if you will. The fact that you've got different worlds, different regiments, there might be some sort of lost STL nonsense going on that means that you could have something that, for instance, is the M40 Sherman battle tank, except it's got heavy bolters and a las cannon and stuff on it, and I love the style of these things. They have been kind of, as I say, on the list for quite some time, never quite got round to it, but for an upcoming project I need one of each, which is going to be an interesting thing to do because it's going to take absolutely ages for a start. But, I should just say, by the way, before we move on from the M40, which I sort of absent-mindedly did there because I just love looking at these things, so this is roughly the size of a Lehman Russ, should you be wondering. And this thing right here, is roughly the size of a Rogel Dawn. This is the M46 Grizzly heavy tank. I just love the style of these things. They're very fun. They are just right to proxy for your chosen Imperial Guard favourite vehicles, but they are also significantly different from what you get from Games Workshop. This, when I say things like there's a bunch of creators out there that do kind of 40k adjacent things that aren't just like a rip-off of 40k or like a direct copy of a Games Workshop design, this is the kind of thing I mean. I mean, stylistically, yes, it is quite different from what Games Workshop sell, but at the same time, the layout is such that it fits in super well with things like the M68 Timberwolf heavy tank, which I think is the Macarius version? Or is this the one that would fit in for the Rogel Dawn and this is the Macarius one? Either way, the two of these, they have their analogues should you wish to do that, and I just think overall they are really nicely designed. Very clear historical kind of influence going on, but things like the weapon loadouts are just right. They are just right, and they're just the perfect size. But at the same time, it's not just a case of this is just something that you've already seen before in plastic, but now in resin. They're just very cool. I think this is the Malcador stand-in, which I mean, it's just, the style of these is fantastic. So this is the M54 Bruin Heavy Tank Destroyer. You've got that big old, is it the laser destructor that's on the Malcador? It's got a specific name that I can't remember off the top of my head. Still don't have one. Wait, no, is it the Valdor that this would work as a proxy of? I forget. Either way, this is a really fun group of vehicles. Now, this is actually the first one that I'm printing because I'm an idiot and I don't know how to exercise self-control. This is the M82A1, the Kodiak Super Heavy Tank. I mean, you can clearly see what it is. You can clearly tell. This is very much inspired by the Baneblade in a very real way. You can tell because of all the, admittedly, recessed sponsons, but also turrets on top. I mean, is this not one of the coolest vehicles that you have ever seen? The answer is yes. It just is yes. I'm afraid if the answer's no, we're going to have to disagree, but fundamentally, at a core level, I've got to disagree with you. Because, look at it. Look at it. I love this thing. I love it so much, it's just ridiculous. And it's also going to take ages to print. I mean, look at the painted example there. That is class. That's class. There's no two ways about it. That is just excellent. And once I have printed this, although to be fair, I still don't know which one I'm going to do first. I may have let slip that I'm going to print more than one of these. I mean, I'm going to print more than one of these, but I don't know which of them to go for initially. I think it might be this variant. I think it might be this one. I don't know why, but this just speaks to me. I think it's because it's got a giant gun on the front. That's probably why it speaks to me. That would make the most sense, wouldn't it? Really, I just can't wait to paint these because they're going to be so much fun to do. They really are. And I'm feeling like it needs to be done in such a way that is different to tanks I've painted before. Especially when it comes to the current tank army that I've got. Like, there's a very specific colour scheme for that. And it's got quite a... like, it's very recognisable from a distance, and I don't want these to mimic that. This is your Chimera, if you will, or really the M48 Ram Armoured Personnel Carrier. I don't have this one yet. Oh no, that means I'm going to have to grab it. And yeah, I'm thinking maybe just going for that kind of green colour. Plenty of mud spatter, plenty of paint chippings, maybe a little bit of streaking grime here and there, a bit of rust, just to finish them off. I'm very excited about this project. It's going to be really, really fun. Just the right size, just the right scale, the right loadout, you know, the right weapons, recognisably so for 99% of them, and yet stylistically different. It's not just here's a scan of something that already exists. It's not just kind of, well, I remade it, but some of the angles are slightly different. That kind of thing isn't really for me. I feel like if I can get it from Games Workshop, expensive though it is, I'll probably get it from Games Workshop. But the thing is, I can't get these from Games Workshop. These are different. They are unique. They are stylistically separate, and yet very appropriate for what they can be used to represent. That, to me, that's the thing. That's the thing that I really like about printing stuff for 40k. There are God knows how many really good small creators out there churning out great models like these, and, I mean, supporting them is worth it. Now, once again, this isn't a sponsored thing. I've just had these STLs, quite a few of these lying around for ages, and now that I'm starting to do something with them, it felt like, well, why haven't I talked about it yet? So that's what we've done today. But yeah, I'll put a link in the description to Golden Dragon Games. It's not just these. I mean, look, there's tons of stuff. There's tons of stuff that is also kind of different, unique, but still appropriate, but for a bunch of different nations. It's a very fun thing they're doing. We'll go through some of the others as well at some point. It won't be today, but we will go through some of the other... What the hell is that? What is this? Empire of Japan Type 97... What? What is that? Okay, hang on, I've been distracted. I've been distracted immediately. What is this thing? It's like a crab tank. It's a walking crab tank. Complete with pincers. What? Alright. Well, that's going to be a whole video at some point, isn't it? I mean, one whole video? That's going to have to be a bunch of videos. Look at this. I mean, we've got United States of America, Holy Roman Empire, New French Republic, Empire of Japan, Russian Empire, British Empire. God, there's a lot of stuff to go through here. This is going to take ages. Well, I mean, I guess we'll do another one of these next week then. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching. Feel free to click all the things. As I say, there'll be a link in the description. Just wanted to let you know about some cool stuff on printing. That's about it. See you for the next one.